Good morning, everybody. It's Brian. BrianDavisALIVE.com is the website. I'm so glad every one of you is here. You snuck up on me. I'm just so grateful for the day. I haven't posted in a while, and I apologize for that. It is truly something that weighs on me heavily. I've been having a rough time. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think those of you that have been following my journey for a while understand that when I don't write, when I don't post, there's probably something behind that. And as many of you know, I went into a depression at the beginning of the year. A lot of things happened in my life from every aspect, from all the way around, from every direction. It felt like something was not going well. And because I am still human, I'm a cancer patient, yes, but I think that over time you tend to get labeled that. And a very good friend of mine warned me a long time ago that my identity would become the cancer, and it's. I think it can be unfortunate, but I mean, it's inevitable. It's going to happen, especially with a fight like this, and especially with as public as I am with my fight. So, it is going to become part of my identity. I understand that, and being that this is a terminal illness, I'm not saying that you can't find a cure. I told my oncologist last week that every disease known to man at some point was no known cure, right? It may not be me that finds the cure, but it might be a guy or a woman 5 steps ahead of me that finds the cure, and I'm able to piggyback on that. And hey, I'll take advantage of that without question. But I said I would share when I had more to share, and now is the time. I went on a search for a new medical team. Unfortunately, the medical team that I had, my oncologist and his staff, didn't have the same end goal as I did. And I don't expect everybody to understand it. And I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of specifics about what happened or what was said, but basically the bottom line was, the nail in the coffin for me when I started looking was when my wife and I were asking questions about partial remission and the possibilities of me reaching partial remission. If I don't become a cancer candidate, reaching partial remission would be huge for me. And what partial remission is that's when the tumor inside of you has been killed and your body's own immune system starts absorbing the dead tumor cells. And at that point, he told my wife that she didn't have to worry about me seeing remission of any kind. And that bothered me. It crushed my wife. She didn't go to another oncology appointment after that. And, that was tough for me. And that really was the nail in the coffin. I said, I need to find somebody that has the same end goal. Because there were a number of comments like that. It was very clear that where I was at, their objective, if you will, their idea of a win was to get me years instead of months before they sent me home with hospice. And for some people that might be a worthy goal. I don't know. And for some people that might work. That doesn't work for me. Okay. I have to believe that I can beat this. To go day in and day out, I have to believe in my soul that I can beat this. That by the grace of God, that if I do everything right, that if I do everything that I'm pulled to do by my higher power, that this can be beat. So, I went on search of a new medical team, and I found that team. And what I did with my mind, the way my mind works, is I contacted cholangiocarcinoma.org, the foundation, and I simply asked them, where are the research dollars going? Who's treating this disease? Where do I need to be in the country to find the best? Because the way I look at it is I took the first stage of treatment, cisplatin and Gemzar, for 40 treatments. Huge. That's a lot of treatments. For a cholangio patient, That's a lot of treatments. And I came out the other side with my blood work normal. That's crazy unheard of. So I contacted them, explained the situation. They said, yes, you definitely are doing well. And they gave me the name of 4 doctors in the country in 3 hospitals. And I went to the top of the list right out of the gate. And the gentleman, Dr. Javlet, that out of MD Anderson in Texas, has treated more cases than anyone in the country. And I'm looking at that. This is the place to be, right? So did some digging. Took a lot of digging. But as it turns out, he and the hospital are both in network for my insurance, which is huge. And then just stumbled on this. What a blessing is they signed a certified partnership with a hospital here in Michigan, but not only in Michigan, in the same county in which I live. So in a nutshell, the way this has worked out, I met with them yesterday, and this is huge. This is what I've been waiting on because I wanted to be positive and have good news, and this is good news. I have access to the doctors at MD Anderson, both which were recommended. Dr. Javlet is the head of my case. He's calling the shots. He's putting together the care plan. We've had a conference call with him already, him and my wife and I. He is very, very optimistic. You can hear the washer running in the background. That's right, BrianDavisALIVE, doing laundry. So he's agreed to take the case and consult with the doctors here. And I can get my treatment here. So, I mean, how huge is that? So we met yesterday with the doctors here, and great attitudes. And I let them know that I am 100% clear, painfully clear, that this is a terminal illness. I understand that. But the way I see things is whether I live 3 years from diagnosis or I live 30 years from diagnosis, I'm pretty confident that the last 5% is probably going to suck. Okay? Or the last 3% anyway. So that gives me even more the reason to make every single second of this 5% count. And part of that is believing that I can beat this every single day when I get up. Now, don't get me wrong. I have good days. I have bad days. I thought it would be all, roses and lollipops when I wasn't on chemo, but this is not the case, I think I'm going through some kind of withdrawals and stuff, or not withdrawals, but like a detox or something. I don't know. I have rough days and good days, bad days. Yesterday was a good day. We had that appointment. But then when I got home, I mean, just all the excitement and stress and everything of having that appointment yesterday and being anxious about going to it, it was a big step for us. Everything in this process has been a big step. I've learned a lot, and I'll be sharing a lot. My plans are to become the nation's patient advocate because I've learned so much that I wish I would have known out of the gate. But yeah, I crashed hard last night. I think it was just a combination of just everything going on. But, by 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I was toast. I was in the chair. I was disoriented, and what's weird about it is when I get like that, I am sharp as a razor, sharp as a scalpel inside, and I can see outward, and I can see what I'm like. I can see when I'm lethargic. I can see when I'm confused. I can see when I'm unfocused. But inside, I'm very focused and very sharp, but I can see that that's not what I'm projecting, and it's very frustrating. But that's the news, and I wanted to get it out there. I don't want to take this video forever, but that is the news. We are having success in assembling a new medical team. Things are in place. Things are rolling. By the end of the day today, All 3 of the current oncologists on the case should have consulted as of the end of business today and have a plan for me. They tell me that they're thinking they'll have me back in chemo, waiting, gene sequencing, and application to trials by next week. So, exciting stuff. With that, my name is Brian Davis. BrianDavisALIVE.com is the website. You can always find me there. You can check me out on Twitter at BrianDavisALIVE. You can check me out on Instagram at BrianDavisALIVE. You can check me out on Facebook at BrianDavisALIVE. You're kind of seeing a theme, right? And don't forget, you can always find me here on YouTube. But I need subscribers on YouTube, so hit it up. If you're watching this video today, do me a favor. If you got a couple minutes, follow the link that takes you to YouTube, to my channel. Usually there's a little YouTube thing here down on the bottom, and you can click on it. Or the little, if my little logo is there, click on that. That'll take you to the subscription. When you see my little Starburst logo, me winning on top of the mountain, click on that if you have the time, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I have to get 1,000 subscribers, believe it or not. That's crazy, right? For me, that would be huge. I have to get 1,000 subscribers so that I can change the name of the channel. Right now, there's just a string of numbers. I want to change it to Brian Davis Alive. So help me out there. Hit me up some subscribers. I would love it. So with that, I hope every single one of you has a blessed and amazing day. Have one.